can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive to do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
The 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. They're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on
a quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Well, if Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Well, they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It was Cleveland Ferrell who was able to rush in and make that tackle.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
To the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 27 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And the second down throw on target. They'll end up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he's out close to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
6. Raiders nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. And fakes the give and keeps it. And there as he kept it himself at 2nd level for him, were there?
No, there weren't, Paul, when you know the contact's coming.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense stopping for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the...
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the former number 4 overall Brooke Cleveland Furrow that got in there to bring him down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Forced out to his left. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. If they want a first, First, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Fourth down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another.
He says this will be incomplete. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. Bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be scared. They made
left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer.
Get that done.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for
the Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone. This next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run.
Because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is incomplete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
7-yard line.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. A pitch comes to Dobbins. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He's going to field this at the 4. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Patrick Queen.
To throw again. Carr. It's complete. Left side to Aguilar. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. He gathered not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Carr. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Las Vegas.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's third.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this is called a spectacular one-handed grab there. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The ball carrier. Nicholas Morrow on the tackle. A pickup.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Lamar Jackson.
Up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add on. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the...
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll go again to Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Going for it all. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance. There are a lot of people watching the...
Meanwhile, they take a shot to Carr. And once more to run. Hard to throw on third.
Concerned about getting him out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Another run here with Dobbins. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And it will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
Carlson down to add the extra point. He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Today's final score, Ravens 43.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
responsible. It's like I can't stop sneezing, I chew. I hate to pray the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's
Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Kamara, the
Marcus Peters.
At the 47, third down, and 8 yards to go.
On second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now for Breeze. Looking here for Smith down for the incomplete.
They throw the deep ball. You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So Breeze is go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Hooked in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
This time Jackson will throw it. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 8 now. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and possession. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, they run with Kamara as he'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down by...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, Dobbins. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try to get things settled down a little bit. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Raven first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it over.
8-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a toss running left. Here's Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, 28 yards. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll... After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to run again. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Gets this to a standing receiver, Thomas. He cannot get it free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson, forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll try to run with Dobbins. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews as the Ravens push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
19, Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Derek Wolfe there.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 9. Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he fields it cleanly. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 41, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the Pro Bowl, Marcus Peters. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball, he may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Saints 7.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
now Breeze. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into a little bit.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 30.
Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. But this one's going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson's going to throw it. Open man is Duvernay. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
He's going to keep it again.
Today's final score, Ravens 29, Saints 7.